Okay, my replacement transformer is actually wired to its terminal strip to accommodate wiring in a Radiola 3. This is a Radiola 20. Now for these wires to reach the terminal strip comfortably, what I will have to do is I will have to rewire this in order to match that. Now that's not as easy as it sounds. There's a trick to it because you want to make sure that, if you look here, that this wire is in relationship to this wire. This is the way it's phased. Of course, this is a Radiola 3 and a Radiola 20. This terminal is not used as center tap at all. It's just 4 terminals, but the way that this transformer is wired to this terminal strip will not match up to these wires. The primary and secondary are actually inside out. They're reversed of what these transformers are designed to be. Okay, this is very important for anybody that's replacing this transformer with the Hammond interstage audio transformer for the Radiola 3. It's a 118944 interstage transformer. Now as it's wired, if you have to look at this radio, when I pulled this transformer out, you have to look at these wires as being terminal 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now in reality, if you look, you can barely see the numbers, but the numbers are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in the middle. In this case, of replacing this transformer, you have to look at it as the transformer is terminal 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when this goes back in, these wires will go to terminal 1, these will go to 2, 3, and 4. I had to rewire it. And in order to think that I got it right, I had to make a little diagram to show how I'm changing the wires on the terminal strip from what it is here for the Radiola 3 to what it is here. Okay, notice how I use the Radiola schematic. Drew a primary and secondary diagram of a transformer. 4 terminals, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I knew what the colors are on the replacement Radiola 3 transformer, so all I had to do, using this diagram that I drew up, is put the right colors on the right terminal. And that's what I did. So when this transformer goes all back together, it should go in the radio, mounted with these numbers facing up this way, and this will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm sure I've got this right, but of course I won't know until I see how the radio performs under power. But this is something important for anybody that has to replace these transformers to remember. So basically with the modification, what I ended up with was terminals 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, don't pay attention to what's on the old transformer. The primary is the outside terminals 1 and 4, and 2 and 3 are the secondary. And the phasing should match. In other words, we have 4 should be related to 2, and terminal 1 should be related to terminal 3, so the phasing should be correct as well. Okay, we have this in operation. It seems to be working. I've got my battery adjusted to 3 volts, maybe a little bit low. This meter is accurate.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have guys that are getting certified in different things.
There we go.
Put a lot of commitment and resources into educating our staff.
With regard to what you are seeing in residential, commercial clients, let's start with residential. What's the biggest thing that's in demand right now?
Audio. I'd say
audio systems where they can have music in their backyard and, you know, in the kitchen and all around. I think and it's becoming very easy, and there's a lot of different sources you can get that audio from, whether it's radio or your iTunes library or some of the streaming services for audio.
Well, that's I was going to talk about that more.
I was just going to say, I think that, you know, people sort of forget how much they love music. I know that in some households it sort of fades out of their life because they just don't have easy access to it. You've lost your favorite CDs, or you don't have a CD player anymore. And once we bring it back...
I had to add a little extra power supply to my antique electronic supply breadboard supply.
You know, you're home again.
But I'm going to get a dedicated power supply just for this radio.
These days, what's sort of the big...
By most trusted name in tire care products in America, especially tire care products in America and the world. Why? Because it takes care of your flat. The Slime, the worldwide flat tire prevention and repair. Going on vacation in a couple of weeks from Cleveland to the East Coast. You want me to stop by? As I always like to joke your I will do that in the SUV. Will have it. Adam Jar's Climb already.
All talk radio, isn't that something?
On the motorcycle, so we... And I have to worry about anything. I mean, I $1,400 air conditioning system put in my house while I was laying off work, so... Wow. Yeah. Do you think you could really pull this off 3.5 years ago? A lot of it has to do with the discipline that the military...
It's a tricky radio to tune.
A lot of us,
Here's a religious station.
About an inch or two with the count 2-2. But trying to do it. A swing and a fly ball to center field. Backing up on this one. Trout has room. He's under it and makes the catch. Back-to-back 3 and 3 down innings for David Carpenter. And we're halfway through the game in the middle of the 5th inning. It's Texas 7, Los Angeles 1. This is Major League Baseball. He's a freshman. It's there. Everybody else in Texas. Do you look at the team in the National League and go, yes, the team can do it. I think Texas is, Texas is here now, and they're kind of similar to us here in Atlanta. If they get an opportunity again, I think they may do it this time.
but, you know, that road always goes to New York. And that's a tough road to get through, because that's the way I'll start.
Just the subscription is lost for $8.
Yeah, the subscription, your list goes away, and there's iTunes where I guess you...
It doesn't go in the cloud because they do like a checking.
It's a tricky radio to tune. A lot of fun. But the next video, the final video, I'll have it in its cabinet with a dedicated power supply, and I'll play a little music through it from the 1920s. That's my test speaker, my Ever Ready. It's a very good speaker. All in all, I think this thing is done.